mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. One chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchiha 3 long face skinny body, and we are back with some new information on the queen herself, Sarada Uchiha, who we know for some time now has been on the cover of Boruto Volume 6, right? But I guess with some further circulation of the volume, we got some more information that is actually within the volume itself, and for this one particularly pertaining to the abilities of Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan ability, for the most part at least her right eye ability. So it's not like we got some breaking news on some new ability that for the most part I could say that we never knew that Sarada would have, but they go into a little bit more depth about her right eye. So we're just gonna go over some of the translations that we got over here, in my case thanks to Boruto TV B106. So let's get to it. So we know that she's producing spears, or some people said black holes. A lot of people said black holes. Some people still say black holes, but they're spears, they're black, and they control gravity. So it's like black holes basically, but spears produced, and they're between 5 centimeters and 250 centimeters, and she can maximally only produce up to 4. So people were speculating, what if she could produce multiple, or just like spam the battlefield with the black spears? She can only produce 4 of these spears, but it turns out she can do quite a lot, based off of some speculations being confirmed, but just flat out having the information there for us and understanding the ability with Sarada's gravity. So these spears possess a gravitational pull proportional to their mass, generating immense gravity. So the size is controlled at will by Sarada. So basically saying that by controlling the size of the spears that she generates, in correlation, she controls the amount of gravity that is being generated, or the amount of force that is being used to pull. So that's how she's able to control the gravity within the vicinity of the spear in general. And she can make them explode at any time, as we've seen her done to my guy Ryu. And the target is based on her gaze, right? And we've seen that as well in cases of Ryu trying to attack her from underground or straight at her. She has to apparently look at it, and it automatically targets towards, like, I guess whatever spear is within the closest vicinity, or the spear that she wants it to attract to. But in general, her targets are only based on what she wants, and you know what I'm saying, and whatever she looks at, because we see that as everything starts to float in the area, as she just summons the 4 spears around Ryu and herself in the battlefield simultaneously, only affecting herself, Ryu, and the iron sand that Ryu is making with his jutsu, like the sand that's regular, and the clog arms and Mitsuki and the other shinobi aren't being affected by her gravity. So she controls them at her gaze, we know that, and simultaneously it equates to her being able to control the amount of gravity she's able to generate at will. But this is kind of a new thing that we some people speculated, some people only wanted to stay safe. I was among the latter, in terms of saying, like, I think she can just levitate. I don't think she can do too much in terms of like probably going back and forth, obviously, but it's not in terms of like the ability to fly. But apparently she can control the 4 spears to levitate and apply this to achieve high speed flight, like the Otsutsuki. So basically using those spears at her side and move at high speeds in the air, throughout the air. So high speed flight wouldn't be a problem for Sarada when utilizing this ability. The drawback is the chakra consumption is immense, like any other Mangekyo Sharingan, and it will eventually lead to blindness. So we got finally the first official canon address since Sarada awakened her Mangekyo, in terms of her going blind, or just addressing her eyesight capabilities. And also we know that some point down the line in TBV they're going to have to address the fact that Sarada is going to have to either limit the usage of her Mangekyo Sharingan heavily, or find some way to counteract her blindness, which we know most famously amongst the Uchiha clan is to get the EMS, i.e. getting the eyes of another Uchiha, particularly a family member, someone close by blood. But we know it would be pretty tricky, I guess you could say, in Sarada's case. A lot of speculations for him going to the Shin Uchiha clones, getting Sasuke's old eyes, getting some of the eyes Obito possibly left behind in the hideout that he had when he had enormous amounts of different Sharingans locked up. So different speculations. I think some of the safer routes would be, I guess, possibly, I don't know, man. I want to say a new ability that kind of counteracts it, but it would be, it would be it would just be too much to say something like her left eye kind of counteracts her blindness abilities. We can simply go with the Hashirama cells, which that's how Obito got around it. He was just able to spam his Mangekyo. Or we can go with the Byakuyo cell. They can either have Sarada start training to focus her chakra to use it, or it can be revealed that she's already had a focal point somewhere on her body, like her forehead or her palms, similar to Shizune or her mother's attempts and stuff like that, in creating the Byakugo cell, and she's having all of that chakra released at that certain point, and she releases it, and through that release of that jutsu, eternal healing, eternal youth in Tsunade's case and stuff like that, so she can go past the blindness like that. It can be explained. So there's different ways, but the fact that they brought up the canon, like the canidity, I guess is that a word, of Sarada going blind is pretty interesting, and the fact that she can move at high speed like a Otsutsuki, which is something I wasn't really tripping about, but like Sarada can really just, yeah, she can fight in the air at high speed. So I'm excited to see how that can take place, and if she will ever get an opponent that can fly and she'll be fighting simultaneously, because we know Damon can't fly and the skerfuffle she's in right now with Damon, and we know my guy Hidari can't fly. So from what we've seen, so unless they get some type of magical power-ups or it's revealed another enemy that Sarada has to come across who is flying, we might get that. But I'm looking forward to see potential battles now that we got some more clarifications on her gravity abilities. So let me know how y'all feel about it. It's your boy Black Child 3. Long face, skinny body. I'll holla at you, bro. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Black Child. Yes, sir. Ski.